I'm going to go on a little rant here, but I think it's going to be some valuable information, especially if you're new, because Twitter is a snapshot of people's highlights, right? That's what they want it to be. Think of like Instagram. You don't go on Instagram and see someone posting about them waking up and going to work and then them eating their dinner, watching their show, and then going to bed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You don't see the lowlights. You don't see the mundane. You don't see the regular life. You just see here they're on a boat. Oh, they're at a beach. They're at a party. They're at a festival doing something sick. They're driving a fast car. They're doing cool stuff, right? It's the highlight reel. And so if you wake up in the morning and you got to go to work, right? Or you got to do whatever, right? You got to do something you don't want to do. And you go on Instagram and you see people partying. You see people at the beach. They're in Greece. They're doing fun stuff. They're driving a fast car. They're doing cool shit. And you are about to get up and fucking go to work. That's a surefire way to start a pretty shitty day. Because you're going to be like, look at all the sweet shit people are doing and I'm going into work. But most people have the ability to, at least I think, I would hope, kind of say, I know that their entire life isn't a vacation. They're just posting the highlights, right? Twitter is the same. People want to post only the best stuff on Twitter. People just want to post the highlights, right? They want to post the chart that they drew the squiggly on. They said, look, I said it was going to do this and look, it did. That's what they want to post. They want to post the winning trade. They want to post the chart that they drew that played out. It's the highlights. People hate being wrong on Twitter. They hate looking like they got something wrong. Like they drew this and Price did this. They're not going to update that thread. Most people, right? They're just going to post a new chart. But that's not trading. That's drawing on a chart. That's trying to get clout. Leave that to me. I'm the clout goblin, okay? You don't need to be the clout goblin. That role's already taken by me. You can have it when I retire. It's all just trying to look smart, trying to look like you know what you're doing to a bunch of people that you likely will never meet ever. It's not a real place, Twitter. So it's very easy to get caught up in this mindset. And what you have to remind yourself is a lot of these people that are posting, oh my God, look, everything's going up. Fuck the Bears. I fucking told you. If you scroll down their timeline a little bit, they were shitting their pants down here. They were drawing lines to 40K. They were saying it's fucking over. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Because we did have a structural break. We did lose major support. So there was reasons to be bearish, but you need to have strong opinions, but you need to hold them loosely. Because if information is presented to you like a range reclaim, like some bullish black swan potentially, something like that happens, you have to be able to flip your bias in an instant. And the problem with Twitter is when people were bearish and then they flip bullish, they go, well, you were bearish, bro. You were bearish, man, and we went up. Fuck you. All that really matters is whether or not you make money. That's all that fucking matters at the end of the day, or else why are you here? Are you making money? It's you versus your P&L. I say this all the time. So regardless of what is posted on Twitter about someone, maybe their analysis on Twitter wasn't correct, but they traded it correctly. Maybe they flipped their bias. They ended up longing. You don't know. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. All that matters is your P&L. First of all, don't attach too much importance on what other people on the internet say, but also don't tie yourself to your bias, right? If you thought it was going to go down and you're like, well, I posted on Twitter that's going to 40K, and it starts going up, don't prevent yourself from flipping your bias because you want to look smart on Twitter. Trade the chart and trade to make money. That's all that fucking matters, okay? I had plenty of reason to think that we might trade lower. Now, when I tweeted, I mentioned the weekly market structure is actually down here. So I said this can go way lower and still end up going up. We could put in a higher low here like we did. We could have put a higher low in down here and it could still go up as long as this weekly low held. Now, obviously that's a huge range, right? But the point is, yes, this was a weekly structure break, but this is internal. This is within this bullish leg. So it's a clue, but it's not the be all end all. Yeah, we lost the 4-month consolidation, but guess what? Now we're back in. We had a weekly close below and then we had a weekly close back in. So instantly when we had that weekly close on Sunday, yesterday, back within the range, the switch has to flip. Okay, now I'm potentially bullish again. We're back within the range. I'm looking for longs. Now, could we come down and make a lower high here? Yes, anything can happen, but I'm just saying, don't tie yourself because you drew some lines on a chart and you think that this has to happen now. You trade to make money. Trade the chart that's in front of you. Things happen quickly. The chart changes quickly and you have to be able to adapt. And all that matters is that you're making money. If you're a trader, it doesn't matter if it's going up or down. You're trading to make money and you can make money both directions. So from a leverage perspective, there was some uncertainty here, but I think there was lots of clues, specifically regaining those key levels, that it was time to flip bullish if you're day trading. For buying spot, I posted again on Telegram, on Twitter. I said below 60K, I personally, and I posted this, I believe that the cycle's not over. I still believe that we're going to see 6-figure Bitcoin, 100K. So for me, 30% off the high, below the range low, I think that's not a bad place to buy spot. 59K, 55K, and I would have been comfortable buying lower as well, but that's spot. You have more room for error. My invalidation is much looser. With leverage, you got to be a little more precise. When you see moves like this, a lot of people were on the wrong side of this move. Regardless of what you see on Twitter, a lot of people were expecting this to go lower. I don't know whether or not they flipped their bias or they made money. I don't know. All that matters is that you have the ability to not be stuck in that bias. You're putting money behind your bias. So if you think it's going to go down, you're putting money behind that, be supremely confident that's going to go down. But if you're proven wrong, don't hesitate to flip your bias and then get longing. When we had that weekly close above 60K, we've now moved up another $4,000. So if you're sitting on the sideline for that $4,000 move because you had the bias that we had to go lower, right, you're going to miss out. We're not 100% out of the woods, but we're looking a lot better than we were a week ago, right? We're back within the range. We've reclaimed key support. Now the question is, okay, we're going to pull back. Likely, I mean, we've got 7 green candles in a row here on the H12. We're probably going to pull back at some point. Are you going to flip bearish instantly? Or are you going to now say, hey, this is now potentially looking bullish. I want to look for areas to potentially long. So don't get locked into that bias. Don't feel beholden to your Twitter, other people's tweets. Just trade the chart. If you think the chart looks bullish now, great. Now you start looking for longs. It doesn't matter that you were bearish in your last post. It doesn't matter. Who fucking cares? I'm telling you right now, a guy like Don Alt, who said, oh, this looks shitty now. Guess what he tweeted today? Hey, now it looks good again because it reclaimed a level. I'm of that same mindset now. We've now broken back into the range. I'm looking for this to dip so I can long. Doesn't matter that it looked shitty here. It looks better now. Doesn't matter that you may have posted, oh, it looks bad, and now it looks good, and you want to long, and some idiot in your comment, like inevitably, when you flip your bias, some idiot's going to comment, you were bearish, and now it's going up. You should be bullish, like blah, blah, blah. Like that's just part of trading. Something you're going to have to get used to. People are going to fucking talk shit. Who cares? Ignore them. You're trying to make money here. That's all that fucking matters at the end of the day. You can be perfectly wrong on all your fucking squiggles, but if you're making money, you're doing better than 95, 99% of the people on here. Most people aren't even trading, let alone trading profitably. So if you're making money, you're doing good. Okay? That's enough for the rant now. Ooh, that thing fucked me up. God damn.